Guess what, guys? When you get to be old like me, 26, you get to mail things away like your quarterly taxes and your personal property tax and your car. I get to pay taxes 4 times a year. How much fun is that? Don't you want to get old like me? Welcome to another lunch adventures video. See if anyone's watching me in these things. I don't know. Today we're gonna go do something interesting. I've been here once and I have no idea what I got before. The place is called Vapiano, and it's like pasta, but they make it in front of you, and they use like a card. Like, you don't pay for it right there. It goes in a card. It's like a whole confusing system, and there's gummy bears at the end or something instead of mints. It's weird, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. So here we go.
Yeah, I didn't either. I looked good.
Okay, so basically how this works is you get a card, right? And then you order what you want at this menu, so you stand in line and you pick what you want, and then they scan the card and it puts the amount on the card, and then you eat your food, and then when you leave, you give the card back to the front desk, and then you pay with your own card. I think it's kind of a weird system. It's kind of backwards, like why are you complicating just like one transaction into like multiple, but I don't remember what I got last time, but I looked on the menu, and they do have this in my FitnessPal. I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but I'm gonna talk about that and like what I do if like I'm like, this probably isn't that right. But let's go ahead and get some food. Okay, so what we got was the pasta pomodoro, and what we added was some chicken and some baby spinach. This looks really, really good. The appeal visually is great. It cost an extra $1 for the spinach, and it was an extra, probably like $4 for the chicken. So this is gonna be kind of expensive. And the pasta we got, look at these noodles. Look at these things. Is that focusing on there? So the name of these, I'm gonna butcher this, is the campanelle. So let's go ahead and try this. Now I'm gonna talk about the macros after I try this bad boy. I don't know what I got last time, and I had them add a little spice to it. So we're gonna get some chicken and some pasta and some spinach. That is actually fantastic. That's really, really good. I'm a pasta guy. I love pasta, so I'm always down to find new places to eat pasta. Keep in mind, whenever you go and eat pasta places, they generally gonna add a lot of oil. As you saw in the clips, he added a lot of oil to this. Now the macros for this meal, per my FitnessPal, it's not verified, is 656 calories, 16 grams of fat, 114 carb, and 20 protein. I'm gonna add another about 20 to 25 grams of protein because I added chicken. That would just be for the pasta, the protein, which I don't know where they got 20 grams of protein for just pasta. I don't know. Generally what I do is whatever my FitnessPal says, I go off of that. Sometimes it could be wrong. You could look at it and be like, that's obviously not that right. Unless it's drastically off, I really just, for my own sanity, I just go with it. Because again, I don't always go to these places where it's like crazy estimates, because that's just someone who like entered it in my FitnessPal probably. So for my own sanity, I just don't really stress it that much. So again, you want to be kind of conscious, but when you're eating out at restaurants like pasta and stuff, you're never going to be accurate with how much oil they use and whatever delicious additions they add to their meal. But that's fantastic. One thing about this place, look at the size of these waters. Ready? We'll do water shots. Ready? Did you see that on camera? Oh my god. I'm embarrassing myself. Look at this. You pissed yourself. So I'm gonna eat this. As far as the max rating, I think this might be 5 because this is really good. Let's try the bread. Boom, 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 boom. Was that 5? I think so. 5 maxes. This was amazing. Alright, so that was really good. Got some gummy bears. These don't count as macros, right? Haha. As far as the max rating system, right? Let's talk about that. In case you didn't know, it's my face, right? So I am max rating system. And some people were saying, you know, it shouldn't be so easy to get 5 maxes. Here's basically how the rating system breaks down. 1 to 2 maxes is, I shouldn't even gone to that place. I hated it more than anything. 3 maxes is, you know, it was okay. It wasn't that great. I didn't really like it that much. 4 maxes, it was good. I enjoyed it. 5 maxes, wow, that was really good. So that meal, wow, it was really good. So now I'm headed back to work. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, world. Mayor B, Mayor B. What is going on? Welcome to day 2. It's a little different because I'm actually in Arlington right now, not in the city. Where I'm taking you, I've eaten there about two or so times, and I've gotten the same dish both times, but you have never seen it. So here we go. It's a place called Arlington Rooftop Bar and Grill, right over there. We're not gonna eat on the rooftop, but I'm gonna show you what I get at pretty much any place where I've never been before, because 90% of the time, unless it's like a specialty place, they're gonna have this menu item, and it is one of the best menu items to get because it'll fit in just about any macros. That doesn't make any sense. Here we go. I'm hungry. It's very cold. I should have worn gloves. My hand's freezing. Yup. I take it back. We are not going to Arlington Rooftop Bar and Grill. What the heck? They're supposed to be open right now. What the heck? You know what? It's actually good that they weren't open, because this is a prime example. I'm gonna go somewhere else and get the same thing. I'm gonna get the same magical macro meal that I was gonna get there at this next location, if they're open. Okay, so we are at Kona Grill, and the dish that I got, that I highly recommend, it's like super basic, and you might be like, I knew this already, and that is the chicken sandwich, right? So what this is a chicken caprese, or caprese, or something like that. Basically, usually comes with mozzarella. I didn't get mozzarella or not. So what this is it's got some, I think this is arugula or spinach. It's got a pretty nice sized chicken breast, tomatoes, it's on a ciabatta bread, and it has a chipotle aioli, which I thought aioli was mayonnaise based. It's not mayonnaise. Like, I thought they used mayonnaise in it. Looked it up, it's actually olive oil, ginger, egg yolk, and lemon. But this is like a special one, so that's like some seasonings in there. So what I do, the reason this sandwich is so great, okay, and we got some soup. And we got some sweet potato fries. But the reason why this sandwich is so great is because just like a nice pair of chinos or desert boots, you can dress it up or you can dress it down. So if you have, you know, a lot of fat, let's say you need a lot of fat for the day, you get the chicken sandwich, you get the cheese on there, you maybe add a little more of the aioli on there, you know, you could add more fat that way. You could dress it down if you did not have a lot of fat, and you could just get, no aioli, you could use like a mustard. You could get, again, the no cheese, and that's what I did, no cheese, because I'm going somewhere to eat tonight for an interview for a magazine, so I want to save some macros for that. So what I do whenever it comes to like a sauce is I assess the situation, and I look at like how much actual sauce there is on there, and there really isn't that much. So an aioli or like a mayonnaise, or generally I would add in maybe an extra 15 or 20 grams of fat. For this one, because there's not that much on there, I'll probably only add 10 or 15 grams. So we'll say, just because the bread and even the chicken has some fat in there, we will say this whole sandwich has 15 grams of fat, because I didn't get any cheese. It has very light aioli. As far as the protein, because the chicken breasts are pretty decent, we'll say like a solid 25 grams of protein. And for the carbs, you're not looking at that much, maybe 25 or like 30, maybe 35 for the bread. And then if you get things like the sweet potato fries, look at like the portion control. If it's like a normal portion, which is about this, maybe like a handful, the big handful, this is probably 25 or 30 grams of fat. So again, you factor all these things in, and it's pretty easy to eyeball. You'll never be 100% correct, but getting sandwiches and dishes that you can increase the macros or decrease the macros is a lot better than getting something that's like a dish that's very oil-based initially, because that's going to be like generally way off. So we're going to go ahead and try this, even though I know how it is. It is delicious. 5 maxes again. We might go 5 maxes on all 3 meals. Sweet potato fries. Okay, well. Sweet potato fries don't have a lot of, they're very like thin. So as soon as you bite into them, you're like done with them. There's no potato in them. We're downgrading 4.5 stars because of sweet potato fries. I hope that gave you a little insight about what I do. Because pretty much everywhere you go, you can get a chicken sandwich. But yeah, and as far as carbohydrates on the sweet potatoes, you're looking at like 50, maybe, I'd say 50. No more than 60. So this whole meal is like under 100 carbohydrates and 40 to 45 grams of fat because you got the French fries. So again, you could like substitute the fries out for like a vegetable side. You could ask them not to cook it in oil. There's so many variations with meals you go to that you can eat out whatever you want and have a low macronutrient meal if you need to. Okay, third and final, just like I said yesterday, Ben's Chili Bowl, which apparently is a big thing in like DC and Arlington. Smokes, burgers, dogs, shakes. So I'm personally not a fan of like soup or chili for an entire meal. It's more like a snacky poo or something. But we're gonna go for it. It's about to start downpouring snow. But some chili warmed me up. Here's the menu. Famous chili bowl. All right, that's what I got. Large chili bowl. And I asked her, I said, hey, without giving away your secrets, can you tell me what's in it? You know, to find out maybe what the ingredients are. It's a pro tip, you can ask people what they cook it with. She literally said, I don't know, we don't cook it here. We don't make it here. She said, meat and beans and stuff. I'm like, all right, well, so here it is, got a side of fries. So really, chili, I looked up a lot of recipes before I came just to see like what's exactly in chili. And it's just beef, chili powder, garlic, onions, other seasonings. So really the only fat and my protein are gonna come from the beans and the chili, or the beans and the meat. So it's pretty lean, I'd say. Let's go ahead and try this bad boy. This is famous chili, by the way. It's like famous people on the wall. It tastes like normal chili. Let's try fries. This is a thing, right? Oh my god, like I'm so crazy. Oh no! Let's try again. 3.5 max faces. Fries are standard. I mean, these look like generic French fries, but I didn't get sour cream and cheese in my chili because I'm not about that life, but the good meal for a snowy day. So I'll let you know my thoughts after. All right, so again, that was like mediocre. I mean, it was good chili, but it tasted kind of like 7-Eleven over there chili, which is also delicious. As far as macronutrients go, again, fries, it was decent amounts, maybe like 25, 30. So that's probably a high fat meal because the beef, I'm not assuming they use lean beef. They look like a skateboarder. So you figure what is it, 83 or 93.7 beef is. I'm gonna assume that chili was like 20 to 25 grams of fat. So we'll say the whole meal 50 grams of fat. So pretty high, but as soon as it starts snowing like it is now, I stopped tracking macros. So hope you guys enjoyed this adventures. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Keep following my channel because on the day of eating video, I'm gonna make my mom's famous chili recipe that she stole from someone else, but it's the best ever, and I'm gonna get her to tell me the ingredients, and I'm gonna tell you guys, and you can make it, and we'll make the best chili together. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. We out.